Welcome back to Bonding Over Bourbon. I'm Kat.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're reviewing Limestone Farms Distillery.
Yeah, they were nice enough to send us some samples here, and, if the name doesn't sound familiar, it's because, quite frankly, it doesn't exist yet.
But by the time this video drops, it'll be available in 45 states and shipping directly to your door.
Yeah, so the short and sweet about the brand itself, Limestone Farms is an actual location. It's in Georgetown, Kentucky, and it is operated by one family for the last 80 years, and that is the Morgan family.
Yes, and all of the products are sourced, but it is from Kentucky only, so brands like New Riff, as well as legacy distilleries like Jim Beam.
Yeah, so they did send us 4 different samples to try. We're going to be starting with the Bloodline selection first. So this one, we're going to have some specs on the screen here for you so you have a better idea of what to expect from it. But it is a mash bill of about 78% corn, 13 rye, and 9% malted barley. It's supposed to be a blend of 6 and 9-year-old barrels, which are American white oak barrels. Proof is going to be roughly between 94 to 96.
Yes.
I believe ours is 95, so that's the sweet spot.
And the Bloodlines is going to be the lower proof expressions as well.
Yeah, the rest of these get a little higher in proof.
Yes.
Which we're excited for, but we've had these open for a little bit of time, giving them a chance to kind of air out a little bit, and we're going to go for our first impressions right now.
Yeah, it's this one?
Yes.
All right, let's start.
We go left to right because this is America. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I definitely get a lot of corn on the nose.
Yeah.
I think like corn, caramel, all those like classic Kentucky notes.
I get like a spiced honey.
I get like licorice. I smelled it again and it got like black licorice.
Yeah, just a faint smell of black licorice.
Yeah. Honey, I could definitely see.
How ready to go in?
Let's do it. It's very delicate. Until the end.
Yeah.
Until the end.
Definitely has a little bit of a burn to it.
Yeah, it definitely has the Kentucky hug.
Yeah. The high rye mash bill says hello.
Yes, and especially like 13% rye is pretty high.
Yeah, that's like supposed Buffalo Trace numbers.
Yeah.
Originally, when they were talking about sending us a sample, I was like, is this Buffalo Trace? The 13% rye could maybe be.
It doesn't really, once I taste it, it really doesn't remind me a lot of Buffalo Trace, but I do get a lot of like the classic like Kentucky notes where it's very like mellow on the front of your palate. I had to cough.
Sorry, the hug really got it right there.
Apparently, yeah, it did wonders on my throat. But I mean,
we're gonna keep it rolling.
It definitely like does have a lot of like Kentucky notes to it. It's sweet, it's mellow, but the rye, it definitely takes you through like a loop.
On the nose, this reminds me of like a hybrid between like a Jim Beam and like a JTS Brown.
I can see that.
But the flavor is where it completely diverts from that.
Yeah, I definitely could see like JTS Brown. And like the proof point of it too.
Yeah, a little bready, a little like kind of spiced honey. Definitely has a slight kind of peanuttiness to it, but more so the JTS Brown. Maybe not so much like the beams or like the old granddad kind of flavor.
Yeah.
But overall, for the flavor itself, it's pretty good. Maybe it's this batch being a little higher in proof, or the high rye content. It does kind of get you on the back of the throat a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't mind that from time to time, and this is also not our first drink of the night, so we're a little primed. It was just a little surprising for something at 95 proof.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised. It keeps like hitting me like right like here.
Yeah, it definitely kind of comes in waves.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty interesting. Not entirely unique, but it does have a lot of familiar characteristics that your everyday bourbon drinker is really gonna enjoy.
Yeah, I did like if you do like kind of like baking spices, licorice, that's kind of the notes that I get from that. But I think it's easy to drink like straight. I could see this as like a really good cocktail too.
Yeah, it'd probably make for a really wacky highball.
Or I was thinking Sazerac because it already has like the licorice notes.
That is where I would recommend a Battle of New Orleans, which is a cocktail that if you haven't heard of it, tell me in the comments and I will gladly make a video about it.
Maybe it'll be in our Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, you might see it in our Discord or YouTube members only channel. So the next one we're going to move into is the small batch here. So the small batch is 113.6 proof.
This one's a lot more muted, which is interesting because it's like higher proof. We have had these sitting for a little while just to kind of like air out and get some
get some of the ethanol off.
Yeah,
of them.
but like it smells really delicate. Like
119, 113. Sorry.
It kind of reminds me of like a honey cookie.
Kind of. So some notes here. Again, it's essentially the same mash bill: 78% corn, 13% rye, 9% malted barley. American white oak again. Entry proof is 115, which is relatively hot, but not incredibly. And 9 years. So for this one, I expect maybe a little bit more oakiness. Oh, you went into it already?
I already went in. I wanted to try it.
We didn't talk about the nose that much.
I know, but I was interested just because like from the nose, it really doesn't have.
Don't give your flavor yet.
Okay.
You're gonna lead my taste.
Okay, I'm not saying anything. This definitely has more ethanol in the nose though than the other one. Inverse.
I think it's the other one.
Oh, really? I'm getting like this all in my left nostril.
This is. All right. What were you gonna say about it?
I was gonna say it's definitely like more delicate than the other, and has more like a, I don't know, like a stone fruity kind of taste or like smell to it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I maybe get it more on the palate than I get it on the nose.
Yeah. Maybe I'm switching them because I did take a sip.
Yeah.
Oops.
I get like some peppercorn for sure. I get like fresh cracked black pepper, which is crazy because for 13% rye, you wouldn't really expect it to have that bright of like a kind of zippy pepper flavor note to it.
I definitely agree with that. Like cracked pepper, and it's also wild how like different these two are from each other, and they're the exact same mash bill, correct?
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of obsessed with this one right now.
This one's, yeah. It's weird because this one's so licoricey, which like is nice.
You're blending.
Yeah.
So you can definitely get that kind of flavor profile. But with just like a 9 year in the small batch here, there's a little bit less to hide behind.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much of a hug. Granted, that might be because the first one kind of primed us, or maybe it's just like this, was it the 6 year versus the 9 year? Gave like a huge difference in flavor profile.
I mean, definitely. Years can definitely add on like more of that. And I get more of the oaky tannin kind of taste from this one too, just because probably it's sitting in the barrel for a lot longer.
You know, it's funny. We're starting to realize as we do these more that our palates flip on certain things. Like I get less oak, I get more pepper, but you get more oak and less pepper.
Yeah, I'm getting like all tannins, and it's definitely starting to like change my profile a little bit more.
I think that I've been doing this in the restaurant industry for so long that like anything under 12 years oak, I like almost don't like register it. I mean, I'm just like, this is how whiskey should take.
I mean, it should taste like wood, like you would hope so, unless it's coming from an uncharred barrel. But I do kind of agree with the notes that, and I didn't want to read the notes before I started to taste it, but the hint of clove is definitely one that I get in this one.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
So this one's moving to 55.5, so 111. This is the select batch.
Okay.
So this one, well, let's nose it first.
Ooh.
Ooh. That is round. Very round.
I get like vanilla on this one.
I can see that.
Like a creamsicle vanilla. Not like the orange smell, but I get, like how a creamsicle smells. Why does that sound really crazy? You know how a creamsicle smells without the orange?
Yeah, I've been a child.
Like if you had the creamsicle that was like a strawberry creamsicle, that's what I get.
Never heard of that, but that's fine.
Your childhood. Must have not included strawberry creamsicle.
I was a city kid. You got paletas or you got melted SpongeBob ice cream?
I got all of mine from Piggly Wiggly.
Rest in peace.
I know. All right, should we taste it?
Yeah. Interesting.
I get more strawberries.
I can kind of see that.
Like a fresh strawberry.
I get some of the same flavors we got here amplified a little bit, but minus the pepper. So this for me inverts the flavor that you were telling me about.
Hug got me.
See, I don't get a hug this time.
Weird. It like I was fine, and then all of a sudden it was like right here, and I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah, so this is your, like, I would say, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, that this is like your quintessential bourbon drinker's pour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody who likes like an Elijah Craig or like the high rye mash bills Buffalo Trace, you're going to get some pepperiness to it. You're going to get a really rich, robust mouthfeel. This one definitely has like some Weller kind of notes, like the apricot, like kind of strawberry that you get sometimes like Stag or Weller 12. But a couple extra notes about this one. This is a blend of 6 and 9-year-old barrels. It's same mash bill across the board, so everything's really consistent. And it's kind of wild to see how these are all basically the same makeup, the same essential like recipe, but give or take some blending. It really changes.
Oh yeah.
I'm honestly kind of a fan of this one.
This one, I really enjoy this one. I think I would pick this. I mean, I haven't tried the private stock yet, but so far, like, this is the one I would gravitate to.
Yeah, I mean, I would go as far as to say if you're looking for like a substitute for Weller 12, this isn't going to hit all the wood notes, but I mean, or even like like an old Rip 10-year.
Kind of.
Like you're going to get like the apricot kind of stone fruit notes. You're going to get like a little bit more spice to it. You're not going to get the weeded flavor, but you are going to get a burn that kind of emulates it. This is like if you blended Elijah Craig with old Rip 10.
Yeah, and it definitely has like the sweet like molasses kind of flavor you get from Weller 12 and from Pappy too. Yeah, it's really good.
I can't stop nosing that.
I know. I'm like, I want to savor this one for my last. I want to take another sip, but I'm like, I want to savor it as my last one.
Same. This one's also so rich that I don't want it to like completely coat the palate. Mm-hmm. But this is definitely the pour I'll be ending the night with.
Oh, same.
This glass will not be full the minute we stop recording.
No, this is delicious. I would definitely. I mean, at $100 too for 6 to 9 years, and like. The amount of complex flavor in here, I would buy this. Would you buy it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, full disclosure, when it comes to new brands, we're usually a little bit slow on the intake. You know, I've been doing this a long time for sure. We've both been collecting for a long time.
We only have one bottle.
Yeah, right.
This is all fake.
Yeah, this is just CGI. This is the Disney budget that we have now.
Now that we're monetized.
Disney, please don't sue us. So when it comes to new brands, we're a little bit slow on the intake for it because we've been burned before. We've seen people put really young spirit into something that's like old and aged, and like they kind of do like a hat trick. I really don't feel like that's happening. Especially with like the higher price point things, like people will spend a ton of money on MGP. People will spend a ton of money on like Bardstown and stuff like that. I know some people love it. Not trying to inflame anyone's opinion here.
It's also been a long time since we've had it too. So
yeah, but like the idea of something that's $100 that tastes older than it actually is really hard to find. And the only value that I could think of with that is like a Green River or like some of MGP's like more humble supply. Yeah. Where they have stuff that's like 10 years for like $80 and stuff like that. Those are really good. This definitely hits all of those notes for $100. Makes you think it's older than it is. It's really rich. It's really robust. If any one of these gets on our shelf, I know I haven't tried this one yet, it's probably going to be this one.
Yeah. Ooh, this even changed like since I last smelled it. It's interesting. I think that it's one that has like a nice complexity. It tastes like it's double oaked. It's
Kind of, yeah.
it's just like really well-rounded. Has like some nice savory notes, some sweet notes, some like baking spice notes. So
Yeah, it hits
I'm in.
like almost every checkbox for like your quintessential bourbon drinker's bourbon. The things that people will chase and hunt down and try to find. This matches most high ticket items
yeah,
that I've had, which is crazy. It's only like 6 to 9 years.
yeah.
But I digress. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Let's go into the last one.
So this is the only one that we know for sure where it is sourced from. This one is actually from New Riff. So this is the private stock. So this is 113.6 or 56.8. And you gotta love the attention to detail and care on each one of these.
I know,
Like,
it's so cute.
handwritten, beautiful packaging, like really captures a rustic feel, but also like, I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yeah. And we do have another set of these as well. So maybe it's something we can give away during our live.
Yeah, so we are actually going to start doing more lives here. We plan on doing one starting the 22nd.
22nd,
That's
which
going
is a Thursday.
Yeah, we're going to try to do them more often on Thursday. And they might not be every week. We might do bi-monthly. Eventually, if there's enough support from you all, we'll do every week. But,
Yeah, if you want to hear us ramble.
yeah.
Live.
And on that note, let's get the nose here.
Yeah. Instantly, I get the New Riff smell.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, almost instantly.
No doubt about it.
You know, like, when you smell something and you can't put your finger on it, but you just know it in your heart. And that's how I feel about this. Like, it smells so familiar.
Like it sends a nostalgic pulse through your body. And
Yeah.
you're just like, where have I smelled this before?
Yeah, where do I know this? And it drives you crazy. But like the fact that you said New Riff is 100% on. And the other thing I get from New Riff often is like cherry cough syrup.
Yeah. But not like an old Forester
No.
cherry cough syrup or like occasional Russell's like cherry cough syrup. This is
NyQuil.
kinda.
It's NyQuil, and I love NyQuil.
Okay. All right, hold on. NyQuil is the only thing I've ever enjoyed about being sick. As somebody who's had lifelong sleep issues, it's the one thing that gave me solace anytime I was sick, and she's 100% on the money here.
Yeah, the mentholy taste, or like the mentholy smell, I haven't tasted it yet. The cherry notes, like it's also reminiscent
And again,
of that.
on the nose, slightly less like manufactured sweetness.
Yeah.
Just smells like actual like kind of like stewed cherries a little bit,
Stewed cherries
like a jam.
with a little honey in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
I want to smell it just an extra second. You can go for
Okay,
it.
I'm going for it.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of honey on there.
But I don't get like processed honey. I get like honeycomb,
Yeah.
like raw honey, where it's in like this sludgy kind of like mushy glob that you have to like really work with to get some like nice flavor from.
Yeah. I'm also reading the specs right now, and I see 10% honeyed malted barley, which makes so much sense.
And honeyed wheat.
And honeyed wheat, where that like flavor is getting like intertwined. I don't know much about like the process of
You know what this tastes like?
what.
If Honey Nut Cheerios made a cherry flavor.
Yeah. Or like if you made an adult boozy Cheerio cherry milkshake. That's what it tastes like.
I know one of you guys watching can make that happen. At least one of you has to be a bartender or a chef.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so sweet, but not like cloyingly sweet.
Yeah.
Where it takes over your palate.
It's sweet but not rich.
Yeah. And it's really, really good. And I can like, I mean, just looking at the legs, they are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
This one, I mean,
It's also pretty dark.
it is so dark. it is delicious. I think that this one is like really unique. I've definitely never tasted like a whiskey with that much pronounced honey without being in a honey barrel.
Right. Yeah, that's actually really rare that now that you mention it. And I mean, since we know that this is the new Riff barrel, it is also an 8-year age statement.
Yeah.
So that means that you're getting probably what was an experimental new Riff bottle that they just, for whatever reason, decided it wasn't for them, or that they wanted to give another brand the opportunity. Because, you know, experimentation, it's what this business is all about. This is one I'm actually pretty happy about.
Yeah, it's delicious. I think that it's really, really tasty, and I don't want it to be gone, but I really want someone else to try it and enjoy it too.
Yeah, so this one's like $190. So it's pretty up there.
It is.
Flavor-wise, I think that's pretty comparable, especially with what people are willing to pay for less, less flavor, that is. This is, it's sweet, it's a little rich on the mouthfeel, not a ton. Again, it's not going to coat your mouth with like a sugar bomb, but like, you know, it's there. You definitely get like a lot of stone fruit. You get like plum, you get honey, you get cherry, you get a ton of flavor. This is like a jam on steroids.
Yeah. The note also said that it had pomegranate in it too, which I agree. Like
a little bit.
A nice, like if you made like a yogurt pomegranate honey like parfait, that's exactly what it tastes like.
That's really on the nose.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to rank these?
I mean, I would actually leave them in the order that they're in.
I was going to leave them, but I was going to switch this just for the price point.
That's fair.
I think that this one I would go towards more often.
I'm actually kind of inclined to agree with you.
Right? Like if this one was like more affordable, if it had like wider distribution, but I understand it can't be just because it's a limited release.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this one would be one that would sit on my shelf for a little while so I could enjoy it. This one, I would just be like, fine, I'm just gonna go back to it all the time.
Especially at, what was it, $100?
Yeah.
Yeah, this we would probably, as long as it's not super allocated, we would buy one, drink it pretty quickly, and then just grab another one if we could find it. But if this is one that does go on allocation, I would probably buy 2 at a time.
It's really, really good. I think this one I want to savor just because I know I'm never going to taste it again.
Yeah.
But I think that this one is the one I'm going to end my night with.
And some things that I would say for the kind of occasions that you would bring this to, this is for just like a quick drink of something.
Yeah.
It would be decent in a cocktail. It would probably be pretty good to do as a shot, although you might need to prime yourself a little bit with 95 proof if it's your first drink of the night. This one is one I'd bring to an event. I'd bring it to like some sort of like a party, like a go away thing, like for someone. These two, I'm going to put them back in the original order. This is one that is definitely a gift.
You want to impress someone.
Yeah, you want to show them something cool, or like you have somebody that you haven't seen in a long time come over. You want to be like, hey, try this. This is really cool. This is unique.
So they would pick it up themselves too. They'd be like, I would have never seen this.
Yeah.
I want to like pick it up myself.
Absolutely. And then this is the special occasion. This is your anniversary. This is your marriage.
You just had a baby.
Yeah, you just had a baby. You just rolled a 300 in bowling.
Hey, we're celebrating. Honestly, we're from the Midwest. Come on.
Yeah. Or for the rest of you, you finally hit under par when you have a wicked slice like I do. I'm never under par. My short game is tight. Long game, trash.
I'm not coordinated. I don't even try.
Yeah. But again, this is really, really cool stuff. I'm pretty happy with it.
I'm super happy. Honestly, I think that like I can't wait for these to be on shelves, and this one is definitely gonna be like back here. Yes.
Oh yeah. So again, Limestone Farms, pretty new, very new to the market. Will be by the time we finish editing this. definitely worth your time, definitely worth trying. If you can find it at a bar, absolutely try them. If you can find them in a shop and you already know that you like these kind of flavors, by all means grab them. I mean, if they continue this kind of process for the years to come, like, there's nothing but clear roads ahead for them.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think that this is super unique, super tasty, and I can't wait to see what comes from Limestone Farms Distillery.
Yeah, so again, thank you for watching here. If you enjoyed what you saw, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this and bourbon hunting in the future. And if you don't already know, we are doing our 1K meetup. 1,000 subscribers, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
If you're interested in joining us and you're in the Chicago area or the suburbs, shoot us an email at bondingoverbourbonpodcast@gmail.com. We will give you the information, we will give you an invite, and you are more than welcome to come. But yeah.
And if you want to stay ahead of all of our different events or just stay in the know with us, also join our membership, join our Patreon, and become a member on our Discord as well.
Yeah, lots of really cool people, very friendly. We'll help you get access to things that you're looking for. If you're looking for stuff to find that's just not available in your market, or you're looking for travel tips because you're going to be going around, we will have people that can help you do that. And again, exclusive episodes, you get access to so many different options, and you get early premieres before everyone else. So again, thank you so much for watching this, and we will catch you next time.
Cheers.